We're celebrating poets, and not just any poets. We're celebrating soul-filled poets today. They got it memorized. This is the truth being spoken from the heart, from the soul, and from the mind of people who have identified the problems. The words they use are the same words that all the rest of us use, but it's the composition. It's the way they put it together. It's the way they allow it to flow through them. These are messages from spirit, and it should affect us all.
Spirit knows the sound of chains, the lucrative trade of Portugal and Spain. So many years before the British invasion. Now let's speak on the brothers of another persuasion. Pretending freedom in the midst of a system that keeps them morally bound and spiritually chained. There is no flag which is not stained. A brother from across the water called me a man without a flag. Then I said, well, to hell with him and his colored rag. Set tripping across the Atlantic while our people are on the verge of panic. And then I called him a man without a tablecloth. You see, he comes from a starving nation, yet my brothers, African, Jamaican, Haitian, want to trip on me when so many of them would give up that flag for a hot meal. So don't trip on me, and I won't trip on you. We are all victims of universal colonialism, my brother. And if we are to be brothers, then let us be brothers in truth. And the truth is that your bounds are my bounds, my chains are your chains, and there is no flag which is not stained. Amen. That's right. You know me, therefore I am. I am the truth for the living, the fear after death. I am jackal's fang and dragon's breath. I am truth for the godless and like of their ilk. I am the bitter to ruin the kindness milk. I am bad dream, belly ache, and bump in the night. I am pro-choice, ZPG, and abortion alike. I am ghetto schemes and urban dreams. I'm that love of a dollar. I'm those inner city blues that make you want to holler. I am the keeper of grief and heaven's relief. I am doomsday in the guise of commander-in-chief. I'm an old man's finger on the button of eternal flame. I pace the halls of your darkest shame. Yes, I am the keeper of grief and heaven's relief. I am doomsday in the guise of commander-in-chief. I am the coming storm of tax reform, the end of the line on the final day. I am the devil's domain. I am hell to pay. Yes, yes, Woody, yes.
So y'all put your hands together for this young lady, this beautiful queen that we have coming to the microphone. Jazz Flow.
Okay. Stand up and create a bond that cannot be broken. It is time for the words of our strong black men and women to be spoken and for our future generations to be awoken and soaking it in. It's time for us to stand up as women and raise our men and stop letting them depend on the streets and being raised by the streets and the beats of the streets. Or one day their hearts will no longer beat. Creep, creep is what our young women are doing, thinking that their legs are made apart to get what they're pursuing. Come on, my black women, what are we doing? Worrying about the way that we look while our pride and dignity is being took. I hope by this poem we are shooken alive and dive back into what it means to be a woman, but not just any woman, a strong black woman. Now ain't that something? It's the difference between us and them. We are not who we are just based on the stare. We must prove everything about who we be because of the stuff they put on TV. Always loud and obnoxious, ghetto. But what do they know? But the sad thing, my sisters, is some of us let those stereotypes show. Don't you know that we are beautiful and unique, and it is our eyes and our lips and our skin tone that they seek. Gang, we're losing the love of our black men, and it's a shame, but who's to blame? But we must learn to love ourselves first, so we need to hurry up because it's getting worse. Now on the reverse, black men, we need you to stand behind us and don't let us fall. Teach your little ones to grow up and be tall and proud, no matter how dark or how light, because that's still part of this fight. We need for you to stop banging the blocks and slanging the rocks and bang some knowledge into your kids' head before they wind up dead. Black people, stand up and stand out in the crowd, not because we are ghetto and loud, but because we are black and we are proud. Let your intellect reflect across this whole nation. Show them that being black is a sensation. Make them come to the realization that if we stand up as a people, we can take over this nation. That we were black before Obama and we're still black now that he is gone. Break down those stereotypes and show them that they are wrong. Without black, there is no flavor. Without black, there is no soul. I stand here as a strong black woman and I recite this poem. So I put one fist in the air and my foot on the ground and I say it loud. I am black and I am proud. Stand up. Thank you.
Yeah. Now give it up for Just Flow. She came through. Play the piano, got a drink sitting on that motherfucker right there. Everybody.
That's a tip cup. That's a tip cup.
Oh, that's what that is? Oh. See, I ain't no piano player. How I'm supposed to know? Anyway, he laid down the rules for y'all. Not rules, but you know, the particulars. So we just gonna get this thing cranked up one more again. I'm glad you came back. Y'all get your hands together and give it up one time for Miss China.
How y'all feeling?
We feeling it. Oh, yeah.
Giving thanks.
Amen.
My daddy ain't nothing, but my mama, she ain't shit. Right now, she's out kicking it or hitting the pipe and blaming me for her messed up life. Saying all the things she could have did if she didn't have these kids, like with an 8th grade education. She's somebody's genius. Calling my older sister Miss Goody Two Shoes, all because she want to finish high school, and my younger brother ungrateful because he won't eat another plate full, or the same old shit. Yeah, she doing the best she can when she feel like it, or when her time isn't preoccupied by some man clinging to him like it's her last chance. Get drunk and it's us she gon' hit. She goes into a fit. My daddy ain't nothing, but my mama, she ain't shit. For leaving us in this cold-ass apartment with one blanket between us and the fridge is empty. And when every time I get some money, all she got to say is, gimme. Throwing the guilt trip every time I mention how fucked up it is. I can't even blame my daddy for bailing the way he did. You see, a hard time is all she gave him, calling him Captain Save him, but swearing she ain't nobody's hope. But none of us look the same. I'm as dark as they come, and my sister, she light-skinned, fair-skinned, with long hair down her back. Mama, what's up with that? Talking like your shit don't stink, using check and go as the bank, trying to sink our self-esteem like the Titanic. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't take nothing for granted. She birthed us and she gave us life, but who knew she was gonna leave us strung up like a kite to catch the wind and take me from here so I can stop singing these my mama ain't shit blues. Amen. You see, one day I thank her for making me strong as I pack my bags and I say so long to the days of fighting over mama's attention, not to mention being called a little black bitch. You see, my daddy ain't nothing, but my mama, she ain't shit. Woo. So, you know, I wrote that poem. My mama, beautiful person. I wrote that poem because I saw a young baby out playing. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning. And I said, where's that baby's mama? It's 5 o'clock in the morning. And so I dedicated that poem to that young baby that was in the park. So that was her story.
Good evening.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, beautiful. wonderful Bliss like yourself. Who do we have in the Poets Corner?
I am Bliss, and I'm here. Thank you so much.
Bliss, is that related to the poetry that you express?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I just think I'm just a blissful person. How about that?
So
Most of the time.
So tell me, what flavor is your poetry?
Oh, my poetry
Yes.
got a little bit of different everything mixed into it. Most of the time I'm rah-rah, and I'm bringing the heat whenever I'm on the stage. Now I've been bringing the love, some joy, a little bit of pain. I've lived a little. So the words and what I express is a little different these days.
So now, how long have you been expressing yourself through poetry?
So I've been writing since I was in the 6th grade. I started speaking when I was 18. So I wasn't writing about much, but now I have something to say.
Well, now tell me, is your poetry such that it's only can be expressed by you when you recite it, or can somebody else look at your poetry and be able to get the same flavor?
I write some literary pieces where they can look at it and get some of the flavor out, but me speaking it, I'm going to give you all that I have.
Who was your inspiration for you to begin this trial and trail of poetry?
My father was a writer, and so I picked that up from him. He wrote plays and different things like that, and so my mother gave me his work, and from there I started writing this book.
Now you're not originally from Las Vegas.
Oh, I'm from Vegas all day, West Side. Oh, my bad.
I thought you was North Las Vegas. But
oh, no.
Oh, okay.
I'm from the West all day, 89106 or no. Yes.
Do you feel that your work is somewhat different from the East Coast when you hear poets from the East Coast or from the South or from the North? Does Las Vegas possess a certain type of style of poetry?
I'll say this. I think everyone, no matter where you're from, you have your own style, your own flavor. We all have our own experiences. We all want to write about what we want to write about or what has affected us in some way. And so I won't say that it has anything to do with where you live, but it's a human thing. It's a heart thing.
Well, I understand that, the Las Vegas school system wasn't one of the best school systems there was. So, can you remember that first piece of poetry you wrote and the expression that teacher saw, that you saw in that face of that teacher or educator and wondered what the hell you wrote about?
I'll also say this. During the time where I was in school, we were being bussed out, so they bussed us out into
6th grade students.
Yeah, well, where we lived, black kids their 6th grade students were in our community. Our other schools were outside of our community. We were bussed out, and so we were in classrooms where we could be the only black kid in that classroom. So when I think about education, I think about the education that I received in my community. Each day after school, I went to the Doolittle Community Center. There's a program that was ran by the Martin Luther King Jr. Committee, and we had educators there, and those were the black educators that I had the chance to receive my education from. And so when I started writing, I was able to share with them. Then it was a joy. They were open to it and they encouraged it. And so that's who I was comfortable sharing with. I can't remember sharing with someone outside of that community and outside of my village, not until I was older.
What do you say to the new breed of poets?
I tell them to continue to write about everything. Right now, especially, we are the historians. Don't let anybody else tell you anything different. We are the historians. When they go back to look and see what happened, they're going to look for a poet. And they could be that poet. I'm that poet. And all of my friends that are poets are that poet who will tell the story of what happened today and yesterday and tomorrow.
This young lady right here, man.
You said, oh, ooh.
I said, oh, ooh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's two levels of excitement. Oh, and ooh, like ooh. I thought about it twice, like, oh shit. It's fit to get serious. It's about to get serious. Well, y'all don't keep it real? Y'all about to keep it real up in here. keep it funkin' for ya. So without further ado, I don't gotta say no more. She finna light this place up. Y'all better hold on to your seats. Y'all give it up for Bliss. Yeah.
How y'all doing? All right now. Oh, let me see. I'm gonna take my time. Let me see. I had a pocket over here somewhere. Let's see. I'm gonna take it back first. All right. Y'all okay with that? Yes. Okay. I'm gonna take it back. Let's go back a little bit. Back into time. Because I am a diamond in the rough. I'm tough. I'm a Jim Morrell Stone. Clap for me, niggas. I'm home. I'm in the house. Like Jerome, turn your head once and I may be gone. I'm my father's child, my mother's smile. Fuck with me once and watch me get hostile. Grab a Snickers, we gonna be here for a while. I am number 10 of 11 straight from heaven. I am the bearer of pain. I have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Oh, let me make this shit clear when I say I am the missing link in your chain, your umbrella when it rains. I am a composer, a wordsmith, a poetic dictionary. I am a revolutionary. My presence is not only felt, but it is necessary. Your life's pain I will carry. I refuse to rock a cherry. And my time in this world is just like yours. Temporary. I play hard, I work hard, and I love hard. My heart has been scarred. And yes, I may have committed a crime, but we will discuss that some other time. I am a morning star. I'm that apple that didn't fall too far. I am one, I am none, I am some. I know how to have fun. And if you have my back, with you I will run. I am Africa's granddaughter rolling on plain heels. My feet are like wheels. Once you meet me, I'm never forgotten. I'm every lie that has ever been spoke. I'm the punchline in every joke. I'm the bass line in hip-hop beats. I am the song on the streets. I am rock and I am roll. And like a pimp, I have a badass stroll. I am paper blowing in the wind. No, I am not big boned. I have thick skin. I'm undefined, one of a kind. I'm every leaf blowing and growing on every tree. I'm every man you will ever see. I am fire, burning anyone who has the desire. I am wisdom, your information station. I am pure ignorance, searching for deliverance. I'm a needle in a haystack. I'm a motherfucking map. I'm every handicap. I'm every dime sack. I am the monkey on your back. I'm every flower that blooms. I'm that storm rising. I'm that shit talker on the basketball court. Y'all niggas can't hold me. I'm every sport. I'm every star in the sky. I'm every reason why. I'm the joy in every high and the saddest of goodbyes. I'm the wicked witch of the west. I'm the girl who knows the best. I have my fist raised at every protest. I am the ocean running wild. I'm old girl by your side. I'm that good old two-step. I am smart enough to know your name, but dumb enough to take the blame. Watch as I rise to fame and set this world aflame. Before it's over, you will all know my name. I am every high and every low. Anywhere you can go, I can go. I am a walking poem. I am a walking poem. I am a poet. And my name is Bliss. Black boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? His heart was bleeding. He pressed his face against the pane of glass that separated us, and I watched as his heart bled. Black male, 5'11", black hair cut into an afro, brown eyes, 150 pounds, earring in his left ear. Black male, 6'2", black hair, brown eyes, tattoo of his mother's name on his upper right arm, last seen wearing a gray hoodie. Black male, black hair, brown eyes, scar on his forehead above his right eyebrow, last seen at Bell's Market wearing sunrise Chuka Timbs and a t-shirt that read, "Rest in peace, Jalil and Kim." He would be the number one suspect. He'd be the perfect subject for them to use as a project to show you how the law serves and protects black boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? His heart was bleeding as he looked past the pane of glass that separated us. Black male, green eyes, light brown skin, maybe mixed with Indian. Carries a football in his right hand, says he's gonna be a star someday, get paid, get laid, and someday have a maid. Last seen running Doolittle's field, getting ready for football, says it's gonna be treason for his opponents this season.
Black male, 175 pounds, junior in high school. Last seen playing basketball on the outside courts by J&J says one day he's going to be rich, buy his mama house, play for the NBA, and pay his own way. He wants a Maybach Benz and school all his friends. Black male, brown eyes, cornrows is his hairstyle. Says he's going to be a rapper one day. Last seen in the school parking lot battling the coldest you ever seen. Says he's going to be the next Pop, Biggie, Jay-Z, one of the hottest MCs. He would be the number one suspect. He'd be the perfect subject for them to use as a project to show you how the law serves and protects black boys. Black boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? His heart was bleeding as he undressed and exposed the bruises on his chest. He pressed his hand against the pane of glass that divided us, and I watched as his soul bled. I was confused and misled. It was my baby's names in the papers that I read. Andre Burgess, 17 years old, last seen walking past a unmarked police car. He wouldn't walk too far, killed because of his candy bar. William J. Whitfield, last seen in the grocery store trying to buy a meal. He was hungry for real, but his keys he didn't conceal. He just didn't feel that they were such a big deal. Amadou Diallo, last seen standing in front of his apartment in the Bronx, was going to be a world-renowned photographer one day. Before pulling out his wallet he would pay, shot 41 times. That's the price for being black ice. His heart was bleeding as he took his fist and opened up the pane of glass that stood between us. He climbed into my lap, then he wrapped his mouth around my head, and then he said, somebody should have done something. Every father should have shouted, every mother should have cried, every grandmother on her knees pleading, every tree should have fallen, every ocean should have erupted, every star should be dim, every child should be sleeping, and the world should have stopped spinning. Every lion should be roaring, every flight of jet soaring, every prayer should be reaching, every car screeching, the river should have stopped flowing, leaves should have stopped growing, fire should be burning, and the wrath of God should be showing. Gamish, Donovan, Parkinson, Jones, and Mumia, this place should be set on its ear. Tear this motherfucker up. The time is near. The coast is clear. Can y'all hear me in here? His heart was bleeding, and I watched as his soul let go. Watched the prison walls swallow him whole. See, he was the number one suspect. He'd be the perfect subject for them to use as a project to show you how the law serves and protects.
Come on, Bliss.
Bell, Martin, Garner, Castillo, Brown, Hamilton, Crawford, Ford, Rice, Crutcher, Gray, McDade, Graham, Floyd. This poem dates itself because the list just keeps getting longer. Black boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? 'Cause they keep coming for you. Thank you.
Yeah, y'all give it up one more time for Miss Bliss. I told ya, she never disappoints, never disappoints.
My honest impression would be it's very like warm felt. Like when people come, they feel that they're at home, and they always enjoy themselves.
Well, I must say that being involved with media on radio station KCP, and also being the owner of the Las Vegas Sentinel Voice, Nevada's only black weekly publication in the state of Nevada, it had an opportunity to do some interviews. And
Feel the love, excuse me, amongst all the participants there, and they always have a good time, enjoy themselves at all times, even when a small group or even a large group.
And that was one of the first times that I would say that I stepped into it, because when I found out that there was a venue that gave an opportunity for people to speak within and on the West Side, that inspired me to come more often and to be a part of it as much as I could, as well as promote it as much as I could.
Like different poets' corners, but it was never like the West Las Vegas Art Center's Poets Corner. And I have been blessed to be able to get to know so many gifted and talented individuals that I would have never been able to get to know otherwise.
Because it's a struggle, and it's a struggle that we must admit to, but at the same time, we must not bow down to. So when we find a way to do something different and an opportunity for different media aspects and roles that we can do this, we must achieve it. And that's something I try to do and inspire my sons to get involved. And as you might know or can remember, Isaac Sawyer, he was one of the individuals that was a participant within the program and within the West Las Vegas Arts Center. And it's the mecca of the West Side.